First, let's get right to our top story. What appears to be a piece of wreckage from Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. It washed ashore on a remote island off the coast of Madagascar. That is 4,000 miles from the plane's last known position. NBC's Tom Costello has been covering this from the very beginning. Tom, good morning. What can you tell us?
Good morning. The Australian Command Center that's been leading the search for MH370 says it's not surprised the debris has washed ashore so far from the search zone, and that's consistent with ocean modeling, which suggests the final resting place of the plane is still likely in the southern Indian Ocean. There's also this photograph just out this morning, unconfirmed by NBC News, of what appears to be a suitcase that may have also washed ashore on Reunion Island. We don't know if it's from the missing plane, but it's possible the currents may have carried all this debris all the way across the ocean. It's a huge break in potentially solving one of the world's biggest aviation mysteries. Boeing investigators have looked at this video and these photos of the debris covered in seashells. Their conclusion, the piece of wreckage is a wing component from a Boeing 777, what's called a flaperon. And there's only one missing 777 anywhere in the world, Malaysia 370. At a press conference overnight, the Deputy Prime Minister of Australia called it a major lead.
This is obviously a very significant development. It's the first real evidence that there is a possibility that a part of the aircraft may have been found.
Malaysian 370, contact Ho Chi Minh 120.9. Good night. Good night, Malaysian 370.
It was March 2014 when MH370, with 239 people on board, suddenly disappeared while on the red-eye to Beijing. Radar data suggested the plane made a mysterious U-turn, flying off course and into the southern Indian Ocean. But why? Ever since, search teams have been focused on a remote stretch of ocean 1,200 miles off Australia. But the debris turned up closer to Madagascar on the French island of La Réunion, more than 4,000 miles from MH370's last known location south of Vietnam. And thousands of miles from the search zone off Australia. Investigators now have a single piece of wreckage, but they're still missing the rest of the plane.
The investigators are going to look very carefully at the component, what kind of damage it sustained at impact, how it left the rest of the airplane.
Oceanographers say much of the Indian Ocean moves in a counterclockwise motion. So it's entirely possible the plane could be off the coast of Australia or anywhere in the Indian Ocean.
These large-scale ocean currents aren't very fast, and it can take months to even years for debris to go somewhere, say, from Western Australia, across the ocean basin, to even Madagascar.
This morning, one piece of evidence, but we still don't know where MH370 went down.
What looks like a break and what happened today was you could see across the team there was a new burst of energy.
The ATSB is the Australian Transportation Safety Board. French investigators are working with Boeing, the Australians, and the Malaysians to identify that piece, then begin the process of looking at ocean flow charts to see if they can backtrack and find the rest of the plane. They'll also be examining the sea life you saw on the wreckage to see if it provides any clues as to the journey that this piece of wreckage might have taken. Guys, back to you.
All right, Tom Costello. Tom, thanks very much.